Okay, there we go.
I'm gonna smile like Phil Mickelson.
He just always looks surprised. He's got a hot wife, doesn't he, Phil Mickelson? Perfect.
Hey, check this hat out.
Yeah, man, I like that one. That's was that 2 years ago?
Yeah, so nobody knows about this hat. Should I wear it frontwards or I look like a doofus?
Frontwards. No, we gave those away. Yeah, or was that the one going into 20?
So nobody knows.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, nobody knows about this hat because right going into quarantine. So it was that year of quarantine. Usually we do it in February, March, and we have we have a lot of these hats that nobody really knows about. So at some point when we can go back out and everybody feels safe and comfortable and everything's kind of back to what it was, possibly
somewhat normal. Yeah,
you could get this hat at some point, which is kind of a sweet hat, really.
No, I threw them all out. There's no more of them. It's trash.
What'd you do that for? You
burned them because they're garbage. This show's fucking garbage, and that's true. Apparently, you and I have a common look. It's a black hat with white lettering. That's what it is.
Here's the thing. You know what's funny is I was DJing one time. And I do like to wear hats, and I really shouldn't, or we shouldn't, because we actually have hair, right?
Yeah.
You know, later on in life that might change. So I was DJing one night, and this was at the bar, and I had a hat on, and a group of girls come up, and right away they don't even say, "Hey, what's your name? What's your?" Nothing like that. They take your hat off. Take your hat off. So I'm like, all right. So I took my hat off. You know, I had messy hair, whatnot. And they're like, "Oh, okay, you can put your hat back on." I'm like, "What was that? What was that all about?" We just want to make sure you had hair. She's like, "You're cute, but we just wanted to see with a hat off." So I don't know. Should I not wear? You gotta have hair through.
I like how Hunter brings up the story so he can talk about how girls said he was cute. That's all it was. That was just a humble brag story.
Hey, you know what? I snuck it in there. You know?
You should have said, take your bras off. Take your bras off. I just want to make sure you had titties. That's what
exactly.
It was. Yeah. What? It's such a double standard with women.
What was ball?
Yeah. They'd be like, you're gross. I would be like, fuck you. Get out of here. It's the same thing with like dating profiles and everyone had like, so what's your height? I don't know. What's your weight? Right? What's the matter? Huh? How about we get to know each other instead of you being all
judgy and, all judgy right off the bat, lady. Yeah.
Do that next time. They got to take your hat off and see if you got hair. We'll take your bra off. I want to see if you got.
All right, should have thought
that fake bra that you're lying to me with. But anyway, we can't keep talking about how girls think Hunter's cute. So we got to move on. It's time for fact and opinion. One awesome fact, one dumb opinion. You do what you want with it. We don't care. Who cares? Let's see. Oh, this is kind of interesting. Michael Keaton's real name is Michael Douglas.
All right.
He picked Keaton as a stage name because obviously there was already an actor named Michael Douglas, and he liked the way Diane Keaton's name sounded. But Keaton was a stage name for Diane Keaton, too. Her real name is Diane Hall. Keaton was her mother's maiden name. Also, her nickname is Annie, which is where Woody Allen got the title for Annie Hall. Okay, so it started off good. The rest of that fact isn't that good.
Let's just talk about the first part of that fact.
I didn't know Michael Keaton's name wasn't Michael Keaton.
I almost thought that he went as Michael Douglas Keaton, though, for a while, didn't he?
Did he do that, Michael Douglas Keaton?
For some reason, I feel like I've heard that before. Michael Douglas Keaton.
Douglas.
Maybe I'm just thinking of Michael Douglas, though.
Yeah. Michael
know.
Douglas did. He's a badass. I love that he basically went out and said that he got throat cancer from eating pussy, man. That's basically what it is.
Jeez, dude.
Because he had HPV. That's what causes throat cancer. That's what they were saying is that
really?
And so an HPV, which can be transmitted, and causes different types of cervical cancer and other cancers. But that was he kind of went around this roundabout way, but basically made it sound like he got it from eating snatch, man.
Yeah, dude. Leave that part out. Leave that part out. The other stuff. Nice. So Michael Keaton, you like Michael Keaton?
I do like Michael Keaton. I think I've learned to appreciate him more as he's gotten older. I'm not a fan of Beetlejuice in that role. I'm not a fan of Tim Burton.
Dude.
It's not that good.
What's wrong with you?
Wait,
never even seen it.
I did this wrong. By the way, it's this.
Oh my God. Jeez,
No,
dude.
but what? So that, and let's be fair, his Batman movies are all right, but I think Michael Keaton as an actor is fantastic. I really like Michael Keaton as
He's
an
one of
actor.
he's one of the best actors, man.
Yeah,
And he does play a lot of great roles.
yeah.
All right, since you can't talk about it, I'm gonna talk about it. Beetlejuice, fucking fantastic, dude. Come on.
Is it?
Give
Is it?
me a you gotta watch it to not like
I've
it.
seen
First
it.
off.
I've
No,
seen
you
it.
haven't.
It's been so long. You're like,
Shut up. You just don't like Tim Burton. That's why, because you don't like the first two Batman movies either.
Which, let's be honest, Tim Burton is just weird for the sake of fucking being weird. And
Well,
it just,
he is and you know what? It's different. You go ahead and watch all your same movies. You're gonna get the same chicken noodle soup every time. That's why I like Tim Burton. It's different. He does. He thinks outside of the box.
So Tim Burton's Batman, where does it compare to the other Batmans?
So the Christian Bale. Well, you got two Batmans. It's the Michael Keaton in the first two, and then the Christian Bale Batmans.
Well, you can't forget George Clooney and Val Kilmer Batman.
That's correct. It's terrible. That's a terrible Batman.
Nipples.
Yeah, Val Kilmer, dude. Come on.
See, Val Kilmer was better than George Clooney. I hate that George Clooney played Batman.
George wasn't good either.
No,
I think George admits that.
Yeah,
I think I've seen him on a talk show before, and he was like, "Yeah, it was the fucking prize."
He was at like the height of his fame at that point, and I think that's what.
He can just do anything.
George Clooney, hold on, Batman.
I think it's Batman Forever.
Batman, 1997. So yeah, that was George Clooney. Like,
which Batman was it?
That was the one with Mr. Freeze. And
what was the title? What was it called?
Oh, that was Batman Forever. Batman and Robin. No, Batman and Robin.
Batman and Robin.
Yeah. Yeah, nipples on the suit. You had Uma Thurman as
Ivy.
Ivy, and
I had a crush. I had a massive crush on Ivy for some reason. I don't know.
Really?
Why. Yeah. I don't know. I thought Uma Thurman was hot back then. Now I look at her, I'm like, dude, really? That's what you thought was?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Alicia Silverstone's in that movie too.
Yeah.
Everybody chill.
Come on, Schwarzenegger.
Blue. She played Batgirl too. Yeah. Alicia Silverstone did in that one. So, but yeah, George Clooney. I'm sorry, it's just he has, in my mind, he has a very niche role to play, and him being a action star and like that kind of like it didn't work.
Dude, it went from like Tim Burton kind of dark, like there's a lot of dark things in that first movie, to like I don't know, just like cheesy, like
it was. It was
Kilmer, and it was weird. The suit was like gray.
Yeah, and I think that's why too they went so far off with they went in such a different direction with Christian Bale. Like they went full on like, all right, this
dark.
Is so dark. Yeah.
I'm Batman. I love that. You saw the first Ninja Turtles, that was dark. Mm-hmm. You watch the first one compared to the second one, it's like the second one's still a great movie, but you're like, damn, the first one,
that's like what's fucking going on with Jurassic Parks right now. Not saying the first one was dark, but
cookie cutter.
They've made it so
another movie.
Easy. Yeah. They just like we just need Fast and the Furious. Same thing. There's too many. There's too many of them now, and then you got to keep going too far. You know what I mean? So,
I just like the darkness, and the darkness of the '90s is different than it is today. So we just talked about a movie earlier that we both watched called Army of the Dead. It's on Netflix, which is a great flick. It was entertaining. Both the wife and I were kind of glued to the TV.
Yeah.
And you know what? They did some things in that movie. You're like, that director did not hold anything back on that. He did not make that enough bloody because he was like, fuck it. We're gonna make this what zombie movies should be. And we're gonna give the audience what they want.
Over the top bit, and then
Mortal Kombat that just came out. It's kind of like that in certain ways. It gets really dark. But then it also has a little bit of Marvel to it. And I'm just like, no, dude.
Yeah.
No, we don't want a superhero Mortal Kombat.
Which, now add in, so the first Mortal Kombat, pretty dope. Okay. The first one, pretty good.
Dope.
Yeah. The second one that they did, just a turd. Just a fucking turd of a movie, right? It's just, unfortunately, it's like they try and capitalize on the success, but in doing that, it's I don't know. It's like they try and make it more mainstream so they can get more and it's a business. I get it, but there's times though where the quality is sacrificed for quantity. And
sometimes it feels like there's too many hands in it. Yeah, it's like okay, this guy has an idea of what this movie should be.
Yeah.
And it's going to be dark. It's going to be bloody, gory, just like how Mortal Kombat should be. And I felt
Yeah.
like somebody else over here was like, yeah, but you got to have, some things for the kids. You got to have the Marvel superhero kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm just like, no, dude. No, have you played the video game? You're
Yeah.
fucking tearing heads off, dude, and pulling people's hearts out. That's how it is. That's what
There's
we want.
a reason why kids lost their minds for the blood code, because it's just that's what we want to see. Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird that video game can be more gory than a movie now.
Yeah.
Like you can get away with more in a game now.
Dude, Grand Theft Auto, I was just thinking about, because I still haven't gotten Grand Theft Auto 5. That's what, 5 years old now, 6 years old. Just because it's still so expensive. I'm going to go and think over to Tops one of these days, because I'm going to have some downtime with the baby.
Cheaper. It's on Game Pass now. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm sure I could go to Tops and get a used copy for nothing, but I'm thinking, you know what? I've never completed a game of Grand Theft Auto, because here's what I do with all the Grand Theft Autos is I'll get halfway through the missions and I'm like, I just want to drive around and shoot people and kill hookers and like just do that. Like that's all I want to do. But yeah, literally video games where you can go in, get a hooker, have sex with her, and then kill her and take your money back. It's fantastic. It's fantastic.
Wow. It's wild.
Yep. Great stuff.
My mom wouldn't even let me play Mortal Kombat when it came out because of the blood in it.
No, because she was worried she was worried you and your brother were going to try and reenact that shit. And
which we did. We did.
Yeah.
Went to the basement. Oh yeah.
You're sitting there freezing icicles in the freezer so you can stab people with them. It's like, Jesus, Sub-Zero, check it out.
Anytime I see an icicle hanging off the side of the house, I'm like,
fatality. Right? The perfect weapon. It melts.
Hey, anyway. I'm gonna tell you something. My battery is about to die, so I just might click out here. So should we wrap this up?
Honestly, we've covered everything else. I got through the vagina face, and we talked about Burton being overrated and all that good stuff.
So covered the basics. Is that
we got it? We got it, folks. We're not gonna try and drag this out. We'll see you next time on the After Show podcast, because Hunter's got to charge his phone, and we'll see you next time.